Okay.
Hi, Ramona. So you
Hi.
can start sharing your screen now.
Okay.
Thank you again for being here. I'll leave the presentation with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. So I'm going to go through the presentation as quickly as I can. I know that we only have 15 minutes. So I will talk a little bit about the Richmond School District and Richmond as a community. So, why come to Richmond? There are four main reasons that Richmond is a good idea for students. We are in a very good location. We are very close to Vancouver, but we are a little outside of the downtown area in a family community. We are very safe, welcoming, and there is still lots to do in our area. There are tons of academic options for students. There are over 100 academic and elective courses that they can choose from in our area. We also have very strong student support. We have our own in-house homestay program and manager, which means if there are any homestay issues, students will be able to come to me directly to talk about it, and I can put them in touch with the homestay manager. And we also offer custodianship and have academic advisors and counselors at each school. We also have access to nature and urban culture, and we have lots of communities and outdoor activities and restaurants and things to do. So that is why we think Richmond is a good place to come. So let's talk a little bit about where Richmond is. So Canada, like Brazil, is a very, very big country. Richmond is located all the way on the west coast, right next to Vancouver. So Richmond is just south of Vancouver. We're actually where the airport is. So if students are flying from Brazil, they usually fly through Toronto, but from Toronto to Vancouver, they actually land in Richmond and are only 10 to 15 minutes from their homestay. So Richmond, as I said before, it's very close to Vancouver. It is only 22 minutes from downtown Vancouver. It is also not as cold as other areas of Canada. We, on the west coast, is usually between 20 and 30 degrees in the summer and 0 to 10 degrees in the winter. So today, it is a typical winter day today, and it is 8 degrees outside. We are very close to the airport, as I said, and we have great transportation into Vancouver. So students can go into the city when they want. We have the lowest crime rate in Metro Vancouver, and we are an upper middle class community with lots of different languages spoken in the area, which is normal for cities in Canada. So here is a shot of downtown Vancouver. As you can see, it's a very beautiful city. We have mountains and we have ocean. It is not as beautiful as Rio, but it's pretty close. It's a very lovely, lovely city. And this is the train that will bring you from Richmond into the city. And this is taken by everyone. Public transportation in British Columbia is very safe and very convenient. And this is Richmond. This is downtown Richmond, and my office is actually in this shot, not very far from the water. And this is the southern part of Richmond. You can see mountains. That mountain is actually in Washington State, not far from Seattle. And it is in the Steveston area of Richmond. And here is one of our schools. So this school is called Steveston London. And one of the reasons I want to show you this particular school is so that you can see the neighborhood around the school. If you look at the trees, you can see that there are houses in the trees and that it is quite flat. And this is a normal neighborhood in Richmond. This is what neighborhoods look like in our area. So it is actually flat here. We have nice new modern schools. You can see on the right that there is a baseball diamond and fields for playing soccer. And there's also tennis courts out in front of the school. And then there are, the neighborhood is mostly single family homes and very residential. So we are not far from some of the activities and big tourist attractions in British Columbia. So this is Capilano Bridge, which is world famous, and it is only an hour from Richmond. And this is Stanley Park, that is very easy to get to. It's only 30 minutes from Richmond. So in our area, we have approximately 22,000 Canadian students in the district, and those are students from ages 6 to 18. There are 10 secondary schools and 38 elementary schools. Class size is usually about 19 to 28, depending on the grade and the class makeup, but 28 is quite large and not usually found in our schools. We have very strong academics in our area. We have one of the highest university rates, entrance rates in British Columbia, and many of our students go to universities around the world. But more importantly for Brazilian students, we have lots of different academic options. So students can try a lot of different things when they come to Canada that they might not get the chance to do while they're in Brazil. So we have photography, we have graphic design, we have law, we have lots of other options in school. And we have academic programs, short-term programs, and summer programs in our district, which is also unusual. We have lots of different things for them to do. Students can come for an academic program for 5 months, or they can come for an entire year, and we will make sure that they get the courses that they need to transfer credits back to Brazil, and we will help with the validation process. We will do everything in Canada and send the final transcripts to students in Brazil. And here are some of our other schools. So this one is Cambie. This one is quite popular with Brazilian students. We usually have about 5 Brazilian students here each year. Not too many, but not too few. This is the library. And students, this is a hallway, and students will always be given a locker when they come as well, where they can put all of their belongings. This is another school. This one is Richmond Secondary. This is the gymnasium at the school. And this is one of the main hallways. And here is another one. This one is McMath. This school offers both English and French. And you can also see around McMath that there is another similar neighborhood to the other school that I showed you. And it is mostly houses and trees. And this is the inside of the school. And most of our schools will have flags along in the main foyer. These flags do not represent the international students that are at the school. It represents the heritage of all of the students at the school. Canadians are very, very multicultural, and we come from many, many, many different countries. And all of these flags represent different places that students come from, their heritage. And here is another school, the entrance, and the science labs. So when students come, they will take social studies, English, math and science, and physical education, because those are the 5 things that most Brazilian students want to take in order to transfer back to their home country. But they can also take music, graphic design, architecture, screenwriting, robotics. There's lots of other options for them as well. This is an example of all of the courses that are offered at each grade. And obviously, students only have 8 courses to choose from, so they can't take all of them. But if you look at the grade 11 list, you can see that there are 2 different kinds of English. There are 5 different kinds of science. We also offer Japanese, Spanish, French, Mandarin, and we have lots of different art and elective options for them to take. So the point is that students can come and try many, many different things while they're at our schools. And I will actually just run through these last few slides a bit quickly, but you can see that we have lots of different activities and facilities for students. Canada is quite lucky to be a country where public education is very well funded. So all of the schools have things that you might only find in private schools in other countries. So for example, this is another library at a school. These are the computer labs. We have music and theater rooms. All schools have 1, sometimes 2 gymnasiums, and also workout rooms for the students. And finally, we offer our own homestay program. So students who come to Richmond will apply to our district, and once they have been accepted, we will look for a homestay that is somewhat near their school. There can be no more than 2 long-term students in a home, and it costs $950 a month. And that includes all of their meals, snacks, and 3 meals a day, as well as a private furnished room with a bed, dresser, desk, window, lamp, and a closet. Here are some examples of homes in Richmond and homestays that we have. So these are 3 or 2 of the houses that students sometimes stay at. Here are a few other houses in our area. This is an example of one of the rooms. And here's another bedroom. And then these are some of our homestay families. Now the family on the left, I know he looks a little unusual, but actually this was Halloween. And on Halloween, students and families dress up and go around trick-or-treating. And these 2 students in the cow outfit and the leopard outfit, they were short-term Brazilian students that were visiting from Ipatinga. And they had a wonderful Halloween. And that is it. If you have extra questions, I'm happy to answer them now. If you would like to email me or visit our website, that information is listed. You can always also speak with Birds Intercâmbio at any time. I'm sure they will give you lots of good information. Thank you very much. If there are any questions, you can ask now. All right. Thank you, everyone.